So in the previous case, in the previous video, we have come across the equation of line passing through 2 points. We have derived the equation of line passing through 2 points, the vector form of that one as well as Cartesian form. Yes. And now in today's video, we'll be going through one of the example problem, how to find the vector and Cartesian equations for the points passing through, for the vector passing through 2 points. Okay, 2 points will be given to me and should find the equation of vector form as well as the Cartesian form. So 2 equations I need to find out using the 2 points given to me. So first what I'll do is I'll put it in a geometry figure. That is, I'll give you all the practical idea of what they're giving in the question. So they are giving you 2 points. Let me call that points as A and B. And that A and B, let them have their position vectors as A vector and B vector. Let the points A and let the 2 points given points be A and B. That is A of -1, 0, 2 and B of 3, 4, 6. Okay, and then let these 2 points have the position vectors as A vector and B vector. Okay, then in the previous we have derived the formula. In that I have come across one point x, y, z, any random point in between A and B, such a way that there exists a position vector R vector. Now, so let me take that A vector, which is the position vector of point A, let me write it in its component form. That is in the vector form. What will I write it as? It is -1 I cap, 0 into j, since j is 0, j does not exist. So -2k. I am writing the vector component form of A vector and B vector also, 3i cap, 4j cap and 6k cap. I will write it as this. Then, to find out the vector equation, I will substitute the A vector and B vector in this. Here you can see, when the 2-point formula is, taking the 2-point vector form, it is A vector plus lambda into B minus A vector. In the previous video, we have come across 1 point, correct? No? When it is parallel to another vector. That time it was simply A vector plus lambda into B vector. Right now it is B minus A. So first let me find out what is that B minus A. It is very simple for me to find out B minus A vector. B minus A, if I do 3 minus of -1, 3 minus of -1 is 3 plus 1, that is 4i cap, 4 minus 0, so plus 4j cap, 6 minus 2 is plus 4k. So this is my B vector. Is that clear? So I just found out what is B minus A by subtracting their components and writing their unit vectors corresponding. So next I will write the vector form. Let the R vector be as it is, because the vector form itself contains the R vector in that form. So then A vector I will write it here, minus I cap less 2k cap plus lambda. I need not find the value for lambda at all. Just keep it as it is. So this will be 4i cap plus 4j cap plus 4. So this is the vector form. Just one step. Almost just like a substitution. Nothing much to do about the vector form. Clear? So then next here also in Cartesian form, I need to identify what is x1, x2, y1, y2 and all that. So here I need to take this one. Let me take the A values as x1, y1 and z1. Okay, since y1 is not there, it is not at all present, 0. So here these values be x2, y2, z2. Now if you can ask, how did I take what? For example, like how did I take A vector as x1, y1, z1? Check the derivation. In derivation, A vector is x1, y1, z1, B vector is x2, y2, z2. Okay, that's the application of derivation. That is why you need to learn the derivation, and the derivation will be useful for you. So now here x minus x1 is -1. So then x2 is how much? 3 minus x1 again -1. Okay, which is equal to y minus y1 is 0, isn't it? Then y2 is 4 minus 0, then is equal to z minus z1 is 2, then z2 is 6 and minus 2, correct? So here it will be x plus 1, 3 minus of -1 is 4, is equal to y by 4 is equal to z minus 2 divided by 4. Okay, just stop it right here. We can simplify it further also, but anyway, our general form of the Cartesian equation itself is in this way. So I can just stop it right here. Here, so this is the vector equation and this is the Cartesian equation of a given 2 points. For vector passing through 2 points. Clear? So this is about the one example problem. I'll give you a few exercise problems based on this. You can solve those later. So let me move on to the next small concept in this itself. So once we are done with this, there is one more important derivation and then we can start with the exercise. So this one is small concept which you need to know, that is about angle between two lines. Suppose. So two lines or two vectors it is indirectly. So if I take a three-dimensional system x, y, z, there it is, and L1 and L2 be the two vectors which is making an angle theta with respect to them. Okay, L1 is randomly like that, L2 is something like this, just in space. They are making an angle theta with respect to each other. I need to find out what is that theta. So let me assume this first vector, L1 vector or L1 line, let it be in the vector form as A1 i cap, B1 j cap and C1 k cap. Okay, you can take any letters you want, You can take it as x1, y1, z1 also, but still x1, y1 and all you will get confused with the other things. So the more preferable and the textbook method itself or textbook letters which you are going to follow, it will be A1 i cap, B1 j cap and C1 k cap. The second one, I'll simply change the number. L2 vector, it will be A2 i cap, B2 j cap and C2 k cap. Then the cos theta of that one, I already know the dot product formula, it is same. Cos theta is nothing but L1 dot L2 divided by magnitude of L1, magnitude of L2. Using this itself, I can find out the theta, that is the angle between these two vectors. But this is the magnitude what I am looking for. So this will be the obviously the magnitude of L1 dot L2, this one and this one. So you can see over here, L1 dot L2 is simply nothing but the dot product. And dot product formula, I know what is it? Simply the multiplication of components and adding them. Recall the dot product formula. So it is it. L1 dot L2 is nothing but A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2. Numerator is 1. And denominator L1 magnitude it is. L1 vector's magnitude is square root of A1 square B1 square plus C1 square. Second vector square is root is nothing but square root of A2 square B2 square C2 square. I simply substitute and this is nothing but my formula to find out the angle between the two lines. Okay. So then based on these few observations or note, you can see theta is equal to 90, that is if the two lines are perpendicular to each other, what happens? Simply the numerator is equal to 0. Correct or not? If cos theta is 0, numerator is equal to 0. That means A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2, if it is equal to 0, I can conclude that the angle between them is 90 degree or the two lines are perpendicular. So they can ask the question in this way. Two vectors will be given to you. Prove that the two vectors are perpendicular. We have already done in the dot product itself. Okay, prove that the angle between them is 90 degree. So I can tell that A1 dot A2 plus B1 dot B2 plus if I add them all, if I get the answer as 0, then I can conclude that the two lines are perpendicular to each other or the angle between the two vectors is 90 degree. Clear? And the second observation I can see is that the parallel condition, even this we have come across. If the ratios are same, the lines is parallel. This is just a recollection of previous or relating the angle formula to the previous of dot product. Okay. So I want you all to be thorough with the previous in order to move on to the further concepts. So in the third note it comes. In the third note, we will come across how to find the angles when it is given in different forms. When the equation of two lines is given in the vector form, what it will be? So, if the vector form it is like this, A is equal to A1 vector plus lambda into B1 vector, and another R is equal to A2 vector plus mu into B2 vector. Okay. So, in order to find out the angle between these two vectors, I need not look at anything else except the vector which is involved with the lambda, that is B1 and B2. Clear? Whenever the vector form is given, just look into the B1 position, B1 and B2 position, that is B position. Just look into the, in that vector form, just look into the vector which is next to lambda. Or what you can do is, some random equation will be given to you, convert it into vector form in this way, such a way that a lambda is written and then a vector comes. Then just look into these two vectors and then dot product them, find their magnitude and substitute in this formula. Simple as that. Okay. Just you need to look into these two positions and use them into finding the angle between two vectors. Then what if they give it in Cartesian form? This is the Cartesian form. This is the Cartesian form we have studied in the previous case. That was when the vector was traveling parallel to the another vector, single vector. It's not 2 points. It's not the 2 points they are talking about. It is a single point they are talking. it will be in this form. Now here I need not look at anything else except the denominators. Correct or not? Check the formula. This is the formula which is same as this. Just I look into the denominators of both the vectors in the equation. Denominators of the equation I need to look into. That means if there was another vector whose I need to find out, I need to just look into this and another's denominator and substitute in this positions and get the answer for angle between the two vectors. Okay, so we'll come across the problems, that time you'll understand how to solve and what are the confusions you'll have. Fine, so go through this video, prepare the notes, and we'll continue in the next video. Thank you.